Get ready to dive into the magical world of Dreamlight Valley as the next big update is just around the corner. Grab that comfy cozy drink and let's get into it. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting out, this guide is the perfect resource to help you stay one step ahead and prepared for the upcoming Storybook Vale expansion pass and the free content update in Dreamlight Valley. Today we'll be going over everything that will help make the upcoming updates feel less overwhelming and more magical. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell to get notified of all of my future gaming content. And while you're at it, be sure to drop a follow over on Twitch, where I continue my gaming shenanigans alongside YouTube. The most common question I get when going into a new major update in Dreamlight Valley, or any other game really, is what exactly are you doing to prepare for the update? While there are a lot of common tasks and steps that are universal for most updates, there are some others that are more specific and productive. So let's dive right in. Number 1, finish pending quests. Quests can easily start piling up due to many reasons. Being too lazy, like me, to finish them, being annoyed at the endless fetch quests, again like me, or simply not having enough time to get them done. Well, it's only going to get worse with the new content. The Storybook Vale introduces not only a new story packed with new and exciting quests and puzzles, but several more characters that will each have their own friendship quests to tackle. Getting those pending quests from other characters and stories out of the way now will let you focus solely on the new content without the looming list of quests yelling at you in that long side panel. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing a cleared up quest log. Number 2, level up pending characters. If you still have villagers walking around your valley waiting for you to level up their friendship, now's the time. Like I mentioned before, we're getting several new characters between the DLC and the free content update. Go unlock and level those pending villagers and raise their friendship levels now before new ones make their way to the valley and take over all your time. Flynn is coming to the DLC, and Sally's joining us in the free content update. You won't want to miss out on their reunions with Rapunzel and Jack if you haven't unlocked them or even leveled them up yet. There are tons of ways to effectively raise friendship levels. Keep a low-leveled villager with you as a buddy at all times while you're grinding out tasks, give them their favorite gifts every day, and have a daily discussion with them. Also be generous in gifting them with additional gifts aside from their favorite gifts. After testing out many different gifts such as meals, flowers, and gems, the best item by far are purified night shards, which can also be seen here on the gifting guide that can be found on the Dreamlight Valley wiki. Aside from the daily favorite gifts, purified night shards are guaranteed to boost those levels. Now, purified night shards can be crafted using night shards and dream shards. If you're having a hard time crafting these though, your next safe bet are gems. There's lots of benefits to getting these characters leveled up aside from being ready for the next updates. There are tons of friendship quests that provide additional furniture and clothing items that aren't part of their friendship rewards. Number 3, finish the star path. If you've unlocked the star path and have yet to complete it, now's the time to get to it. Just like those pending quests, the last thing you want looming over your head are all of those star path tasks that need to be completed. Again, a lot of players are going to want to focus their attention on the new content and may end up running out of time for the star path, being that it's ending pretty soon. Claim all those items you want and moonstones now before it's too late. If you already finished your star path, you are a rock star. Number 4, organize your storage. If you've played as long as I have, you're no stranger to the hoarding disaster situation that can easily creep up on us in the blink of an eye. Now's your chance to get ahead of the game and get an epic storage system set up so that you can spend less time worrying about where everything is and more time enjoying the new content. Not sure where to begin or not happy with your current storage setup? Feel free to check out my most recent streams where we exclusively worked on getting my entire storage system ready to go. In my case, I chose the indoor option in my main house since our main house will always be tied together in every world we're in, whether it's Eternity Isle, Storybook Vale, or the main valley. While there are tons of options like setting up an outdoor storage or using separate houses from the never-ending house skins that we've stocked up on, I personally found the main house indoor method the best for my needs. My first floor of the house is my basic living space where I'll be setting up what my typical house would look like that has nothing to do with storage. It's purely for aesthetic. My second floor is all my main valley items, all divided into 4 rooms. The main lobby includes all the basic resources like stone, clay, iron, gold, coal, etc. Then I have my garden room for all my flowers, wood, seeds, and soil. Next, I have my kitchen storage used to store all of my crops and resources used for cooking, along with the meat from Gaston's stall and all of the ingredients from Remy's restaurant. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And the last room in this floor is the universal treasure room that I will essentially use for all the gems regardless of where they come. Considering we only get a small amount of new gems from the DLCs, I found that it would be more work creating a separate treasure room for each world. In addition to gems, I decided to store all of my training manuals and magical items like all of my potions for the tools, which leads me to our next tip. Number 5, stock up on potions. There are various potions in the game that are beyond useful and lifesavers in gathering more resources quickly and efficiently. Both the new expansion and free content update is going to require that you use your tools quite a bit, whether it's crafting, hoarding, money making, questing, or star path duties. Now's the time to stock up on tons of these potions. The new DLC is going to provide us with various new resources that we'll have to grind for, whether it's by digging, fishing, or mining, and these potions give us a major boost in the output of resources. I recommend that you don't sleep on these. If you're struggling to get the resources to craft all these potions or anything else that we've talked about here today, feel free to jump on over to my Discord, where I have a trading channel set up for players looking for some extra help, and be sure to be on the lookout for future streams from me here on YouTube and on Twitch, where I may just host some treasure valleys to help y'all along the way with the prep work. Each potion requires a substantial amount of Vitalis crystals and Dreamlight, along with some specific resources depending on the potion. You'll need rich soil for the miracle growth potion, onyx for the pickaxe potion, red algae for the fish bait potion, and dry wood for the shovel potion. I can't stress enough how amazing and underrated these potions are, and so worth the resources. The new DLC will more than likely bring new gems that we'll surely want to stock up on, new fish, and plenty of new forageables I'm sure we're gonna have to get from digging, so crafting and stocking up on these potions is a must. Number 6, make that money. On top of new items coming from Scrooge, we'll also have a bunch of new crops that we'll be able to buy in Storybook Vale. The last thing you want happening is being low on funds when you're trying to stock up on all the new crops from Goofy's stalls and items from Scrooge. And don't forget, just like in Eternity Isle, we'll have to unlock all of Goofy's stalls again and Scrooge's shop, as well as all of the wells. The wells alone in Eternity Isle required 40,000 gold. If you're a seasoned player, you'll know the money grind is pretty big in different ways, including pumpkins, pineapples, time-bending parts, and much more. One of the biggest moneymakers is the beefed up grilled fish platter that can be cooked using 5 here and there fish. They go for 10,400 gold per platter, and about 500,000 gold per stack. If you have plenty of here and there fish to grill, get cooking. If not, start planting all those pumpkins or pineapples and get to farming. You can even use the miracle growth potion when watering for a faster process, or even use the ancient machines, whatever is easier for you. Whatever method you prefer to make for your money, be sure to get started if you haven't already. Number 7, stock up on stamina food. There's gonna be a lot of ground to cover in the new DLC, and since the introduction of gliding in the game, I for one have gotten very spoiled with the speed. Be sure to stock up on all that stamina food to keep your well-fed bonus up so that you can glide around nice and fast around the Vale. I personally use a beefed up berry salad recipe that is super easy to make that keeps my stamina bar completely filled with just one salad. It's the basic berry salad recipe plus 2 added dream mango, and you can find the dream mangoes over on Eternity Isle. If you don't have the Eternity Isle expansion pack, you can also use cherries in addition to the berry salad. It still gets the job done. Yes, there are plenty of other cooked meals that give you quite a bit of an energy boost, but they do cost quite a bit with resources. So for me, the more simple the recipe and effective, the better. Number 8, stock up on Dreamlight. While Dreamlight may not necessarily be necessary for Storybook Vale, it will be for the upcoming free content update when we get those floating islands. As I mentioned in my last video talking about what to expect from the next updates, which can be found linked here in the cards in case you missed it. Each floating biome is going to require 15,000 Dreamlight in order to unlock them. And since we're getting 4 for now in December, that's a minimum of 60,000 Dreamlight. Additionally, if you are working on organizing your storage and crafting tons of storage chests, you'll also need quite a bit of Dreamlight for those as well. If you don't want to use Dreamlight for crafting of storage chests, there is the Daisy wardrobe item that can be bought rather than crafted that acts like a large storage chest. Number 9, work on completing your critter collection. The new DLC is bringing on 3 new types of critters: the owl, winged horse, and the dragon. And you know those 3 critters are each going to have so many different variants. So that you have more time to focus on befriending these new critters, I recommend you try to work on getting any pending critters from the Valley and Eternity Isle if you have Eternity Isle. While it's totally not necessary to do before the update, it's just a good thing to do to have less to worry about. And before we get to our final tip for the day, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell to get notified of all of my future content. And again, while you're at it, be sure to drop a follow over on Twitch, where I continue my gaming shenanigans alongside YouTube and may just host a few treasure valleys from time to time. And the last tip I have for you today is number 10. Craft some ancient machines. The Eternity Isle DLC introduced amazing new features, including the ancient machines. If you haven't jumped on these yet, I do have an in-depth guide here all about the ancient machines to help you kick things off with them. The most used and highly popular one is the ancient vacuum. Simply place the vacuum down in any biome and it'll collect all of the items on the floor and remove those night thorns for you, depending on which level of the vacuum you're using. I recommend using the highest leveled vacuum. Now also be aware that it does require mist to operate them. Running low on mist? No problem. As you can see here, I've racked up tons of mist simply by assigning every single villager as a time bender, aside from one, Wally, which will always be my little gardener. The ancient gardener is great for digging multiple areas at once to find resources and even memory orbs. I rarely ever use it for anything else other than digging. The vacuum, on the other hand, is a daily used tool in my valley. Some folks like to have 1 vacuum per biome, while I personally like to just have 1 in my inventory that I'll place down next to me when I'm running around the valley or Eternity Isle. It's going to be a great way to mass remove all of those new ink spills in the Storybook Vale, since the ink spills are equivalent to the night thorns in the valley. And that's it, y'all. Those are 10 ways to help get you better prepared for the upcoming expansion pack and the free content update. You can expect the Storybook Vale expansion to drop on November 20th and the free content update on December 4th. Now it's your turn. What are some of the ways that you're getting ready for these updates? Let me know in the comments below. How excited are you for these updates? What's the most anticipated addition, or what are you not looking forward to? I want to know it all. All right, guys, until the next time, happy gaming. Bye.